You want to build a successful, winning product in 2023? Well, a great place to start is to look at the recent trends in product. To do that, in this short series, we're going to look at 5 highly successful startups and break down what are the kind of trends we're seeing and specific factors we believe are driving success for those products. So we're going to go through each video and really break that down and help you use those trends, leverage those trends to build great products in 2023. To look at these products, we're going to look at the following key factors. So firstly, the unique value proposition. So how unique and valuable do we think what this product is going to offer us? Okay, that's the first key thing in success that we've seen. Secondly, we're going to look at how acute we believe the problem is that this product solves. The more acute the problem, the easier it is for a product to attract people, to retain them, and to get them to actually pay money for our product. Thirdly, we're going to look at time saved. So how much time does this save its target user? Fourth, how much effort does it reduce for our target user? Fifth, how easy is this product to use? Okay, how easy is it to use? And finally, we're going to look at the onboarding experience. We want to see how long it takes for a user to discover this product and actually get to the core value, right? The main piece of value that they want to get from the product. Now, we're going to look at all of these 6 factors and give them a rating out of 10, apart from onboarding experience, where we're actually going to measure how long it takes us to get to the core value in seconds, in minutes, in days, in some cases. And by looking at these 6 factors, our objective is to give you, as I said, a good idea of the kind of trends, the kind of drivers of product success as we move into 2023 to help you really grow as a business. Now, we're going to look at 5 specific products. We're going to start with a product called Conte.ai in number 1. Number 2, we're going to look at Notion. Some of you may be very familiar with that product. Thirdly, we're going to look at a product called Apollo.io. Fourth, Hopin, and 5th, Test Gorilla. By the end of this series, as I said, we're going to give you a good sense of how we break down these products, the kind of trends, the kind of problems that are being solved, and that should help you really grow and build a winning product as we move into 2022. So without further ado, let's jump into the next video in this series. Let's jump into the first product. We're going to look at a product called Conte.ai. Again, this is our first of 5 fastest growing products from 2022. So let's have a look at some of those trends involved. So firstly, let's talk about unique value proposition. So Conte's big promise is social media, AI, autopilot. Now, there are many tools that we could think go in this bucket, right? We think about, scheduling tools for social media. That's pretty normal by now. But actually, a tool that comes up with ideas for posts, something that creates awesome text and graphics and then does that scheduling as well. Now, that is very unique and extremely valuable as well. And it's backed up. It's a big promise to make, but it's backed up right below that with some very high score, 2,000 plus reviews. So it's got lots of credibility there. So 10 out of 10 for unique, very valuable value proposition. Second factor, let's talk about acuteness of the problem solved. Now, firstly, let's talk about target market, because a problem is solved for a specific type of person. Broadly speaking, Conte is targeting small business owners and also content creation teams. But let's talk about small business owners. Seems to be the primary market here. Now, why is this solving a really acute problem? Because if you're a small business owner, it is a huge amount of cost, time, effort, worry to hire somebody to create content. You have to align with them, review the content. You need someone that's going to write posts. You need someone that's going to create the graphics for it. So it's a big problem. And ultimately, the success of the business depends on this going well, right? It depends on building awareness through social media, whichever social media platform makes most sense for your business. So in terms of acuteness of problem, we give this a 10 out of 10. Very acute problem for a small business owner. Third, time saved. Now, you might, as a small business owner, be creating the content yourself. That takes a lot of time. But even if you're managing a team or a freelancer, for example, that takes time. You're managing them, reviewing content. All of this stuff takes a lot of time. Could be anything from 8 to 10 hours per week for these small business owners who are very time poor. So in terms of time save, we're going to give it a 10 out of 10 as well. 4, effort reduced. Now, effort's not just about time committed. It's also, we want to think about the persona, right? Who is this small business owner? This is somebody with very limited time, with a huge amount of stress generally, right? So many competing priorities, many things to do, fires to put out, etc. So not only is it about saving time, but it saves us a lot of effort again in terms of the content creation, which is a creative process which takes a lot of time to do well, and effort in terms of worrying, stressing, working with, managing a content team as well. So it really goes a long way to reduce effort there, and we give it an 8 out of 10. Why? Because we ultimately we still need to review the content as that small business owner. It's not just click a button and never need to worry about your social media content again. There will be some review process. Is it good enough to attract the audience, etc. So 8 out of 10, pretty high score there. 5th, in terms of ease of use, really, really simple. Let's have a look at how this product works. Very simple. Connect your social media account. You choose the plan. You then await content to come back to you. So it's very, very simple. They've really reduced the amount of things you're going to be seeing. Very focused on connecting to your accounts and then seeing content that you want to schedule or edit before scheduling. So we give that a 9 out of 10. Product that could be very complex, but again, it really comes back to that value proposition of being really, really automated, low effort, etc. So 9 out of 10 there. Finally, how do we rate the onboarding experience? Number 6. Well, users are able to connect their social media accounts very quickly. We can see that in step 1 right here. And they then, await the content coming in. So pretty exciting. They can see what's coming. However, the problem with this is ultimately there is a team that's going to be reviewing the AI generated content, right? So there's real people that need to review that before you see it in your dashboard and you then approve that content. So despite it being quite quick to request some content to be created, ultimately the core value is about actually seeing the real content and scheduling that, right? So it's like, oh wow, actually this does what it says on the tin. So because of that delay, you look at maybe 24 hours until you're from sign up and you see real content that you can then schedule. So 24 hours, relatively low score in that case. It takes quite a long time, particularly compared to many of the products we're going to be looking at later on in this series. So that's it for our review of Conte.ai. We looked at, again, those 6 criteria. These aren't the only factors involved in success, but really key trends that we noticed across these 5 products. How strong is the unique value proposition? How acute is the problem it's solving? How much time did it save? Effort did it reduce? How easy is it to use? And 6, how quickly do we get to the value with the onboarding experience? And in the following videos in this series, we're going to be looking at, again, one specific product in each video, really break down why we think that product is successful.